The balance of international trade is like a giant scale, weighing the goods and services that a country trades with other nations. Think of it as a measure of imports versus exports. When a country exports more goods and services than imports, it is said to have a trade surplus, a bit like making more money than you spend. On the other hand, if a country imports more than it exports, it has got a trade deficit, a bit like spending more than you earn. Now, having a trading surplus isn't always better. It can mean a country is not buying as much from other nations, which might upset international relationships. But a trade deficit isn't good either, as it can mean a country is spending more money than it is earning, leading to a debt. So, countries often try to keep a balance in their trade, aiming for neither surplus or deficit. Now, I am going to talk about currency exchanges. Currency exchanges came about because people in different countries needed a way to trade with each other using their own money. Imagine you are in the US and you want to buy something for Japan, for example. They use yen there and you use dollars. So you need to exchange your dollars for yen to make the purchase. Currency exchanges allow this swapping to happen. They set a value of one currency compared to another, and this value changes based on the supply and demand. These exchanges are super important because they make international trade and travel way easier to happen. Without them, buying things from other countries would be really tricky, like trying to play a game with the wrong set of rules. Lastly, I'm gonna explain the reasons for calculations like inflation PPP formula, interest rate parity, and so on. Alright, let's break down those fancy formulas. First, there's inflation and PPP, purchase power parity. Basically, they help us figure out if the cost of living is similar across different countries when we are comparing the currencies. It's like comparing the price of a burger in the USA to the price of a similar burger in France, for example. Interest rate parity, on the other hand, help us understand how interest rates affect exchange rates. It's like saying if the interest rate is higher in one country, its currency might be worth more because people will want to invest there. Finally, forecasting future exchange rates involves using data and economic indicators to predict where currencies might head. It's like looking at the weather forecast to decide if you need an umbrella tomorrow or not. These calculations and concepts help governments, business, and investors to make informed and smart decisions about international trade, investments, and financial planning.